Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Teleislas News with the most important news of the day. Classes return to the island. Today, hundreds of island students return to their classrooms.
In-person classes has officially started in the department today. The Secretary of Education, Lucila Morelos, is conducting an inspection this morning to several educational institutions that could not reopen their doors to students due to protocols. But the head of this office assured that it is expected that next week the school will receive students again.
Today we are officially announcing the return to on-site attendance on the island of San Andres. However, this will be progressive. The directive committee of the Secretariat is visiting each of the institutions to verify biosecurity protocols. We know that the most important thing is to guarantee that the children will be in a safe environment in order to advance the education in the department. As we are complying with the protocols, the children will be able to enter the institutions. Parents must be attentive. Each institution must send how the process of their children will be, what days they will have to go, what times they will have to be there. Then parents must be attentive. Those who have not been able to start today must be attentive to the indications of each institution.
The Secretariat of Education announced that among the schools that return on-site and in-person classes today in the department were Nataña, Sagrada Familia, Industrial, and Brooks Hill. It is expected that for the next one, all schools will return in-person classes.
And considering the fact that students must resume their in-person classes after a year of receiving virtual classes, Teleislas News spoke to ASISAP about it. What does its president think about this? In dialogue with our journalist, Sylvette Mitchell, he said that teachers are satisfied with this return, for this is what they were prepared for.
Hello, Lisa. Yes, as you say this now, the return to classes start today. We was talking with the president of ASISAP, Alden Williams, and he said that the teachers them always prepare to give classes. The problem always have been if the educational institution they are prepared, if they are adequate to accept the student, and he said, well, the majority of the institution really prepare to accept the children, them, the student, them to class. So that is why the majority of the institutions start or return to classes, presential classes the day of today.
The teachers from, as how we say all the time, we ready to go back to our classes from the beginning. Our question all the time is if our schools are ready. The Secretary of the Education called down to us that we must begin our classes from today. We accept and we know that some of our schools really have the condition, and well, from today we begin to receive part of our students. The idea that the departmental government had is that half of the student assists from more or less 6:30 till 9:30, 10 o'clock, and the next half from 10:30 until 1:30 more or less. We know that some of our institutions are really prepared. We really have to accept that we are not same as several schools in the interior of our country. No? Some of our schools are prepared, and the schools that prepare begin their classes today. They have the condition to protect our students. We expect that they can protect our students. Now the decision is for the parents, if they really want the student to go at the schools or not. But we teachers have to present on our job every day.
This methodology will continue until the PAE, the Plan de Alimentación Escolar, return to normality and then begin preparing on the school. That is why they are just taking 3-hour classes, and then maybe after the 26th of this month, they will just continue until the 12:30 in the evening. So that is what Alden Williams said. They say they agree with the returning to classes. They have always agreed with the returning to classes, and say several of the educational institutions really prepare to receive students. This is what Alden Williams said, the president of ASISAP. With you all, Sylvette Mitchell Archibald for Teleislas News.
Pay much attention to the following note. IDEAM announced red and orange alerts for the Caribbean Sea, which involves the islands where high waves and rains will occur during the next 2 days.
Hello, Lisa and Ali TV viewers. Well, the IDEAM announced that in the next few days, there will be red and orange alert for the Caribbean Sea. This is what the director of the IDEAM said about it.
El IDEAM emite alerta roja ante el incremento.
IDEAM issues red alert due to the increase in wave height and wind strength in the center of the Colombian Caribbean Sea. From this Wednesday afternoon and the next few days, waves are likely to reach between 3 and 4 meters high and winds that can reach up to 56 kilometers per hour.
In the same line, the director of the IDEAM announced that there will be an orange alert for the East and the West Caribbean Sea.
Se emite alerta naranja para el sector.
Orange alert is issued for the eastern and western sector of the Colombian Caribbean Sea due to the increase in the strength of winds and the height of waves.
While IDEAM urged the authorities to take the necessary preventive measures to keep the safety of the community. That's all the information for now. For Teleislas News, Gisela Livingston. Have a good day.
Thank you, Gisela. And in other news, a serious fire broke out inside a house yesterday in one of the traditional sectors of the department.
Last night, a house was consumed by flames in the area of Brooks Hill. The departmental fire department went quickly to stop the conflagration, which left no people burned. According to the indication of the authorities, the fire had occurred because of the carelessness as they were preparing their food.
Received call from Brooks Hill section and from the police telling me that we'd have a fire burn Brooks Hill behind the school. So we reached there real fast with 2 fire trucks and a supply truck. When we reached here, the house from Mr. Mendes Martin was under fire. A small little houseboat. It's very sad that the man lost everything that he did have in that house there. I call the attention because he's a man that needs some special care. He needs special attention. The man lose everything, and the age that this man have, it need a special attention. So that is what happened yesterday evening. Mr. Mendes Martinez, a third-age man.
The person who was inside the house as the incident occurred was quickly aided by the neighborhoods in the area as the fire department came to his rescue. The fire department delivers the following recommendations to the community of the department: not to be careless with areas where food is being prepared or when handling fuel.
And yesterday in the afternoon, an event where important personalities of the island politics and society, as well as national personalities, gathered to present the Simón Bolívar Order of Democracy Award with the degree of Grand Cross. The president of the Chamber of Representatives shared some words about it.
To award the highest decoration given by the Congress of Colombia to a citizen or institution, in this case to Ms. Elizabeth J. Pan. There are principles and values that stands out and a very great capacity for work that she has conducted during these 3 years, which has allowed the presentation of important bills, some of which are already laws of the Republic for the benefit of this population.
For her part, the award winner expressed her feelings and desire to continue working for the islands.
I have been very attentive to all the projects that are being debated in order to defend everything that has to do with the development of the islands. All these issues that have to do with the development of the islands are the ones I am always aware of to see how we can improve the situation of San Andres.
The event was also attended by the first female vice president of the Chamber, Representative Astrid Sanchez, who stated that she will continue working hand in hand with J. Pan for the development of the archipelago and the Department of Chocó.
And at this time, we continue with all the sport news of our department.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. Coaches in football who continue putting their soul to the training of children in sports.
The archipelago is going through difficult times due to the pandemic, crime and vandalism that has been growing in the department. That is why there are coaches who offer a lot of themselves to help in the formation of children with soccer. An example of this is Dagoberto Silgado, who expresses it this way.
Somos unos profesores que trabajamos para los niños, con la comunidad.
We are teachers who work for the children and with the community to see the children prosper, away from vices and bad friendships, from this scourge that is burning on our islands. There is a lot of vandalism, but we do this with love. We do this with our hearts. We feel it and we live it too. We want parents and entities to get involved.
Grateful children expresses their gratitude.
I am very grateful to my teacher, Kike, for teaching me the sport of soccer. and for helping me to keep away from bad habits and the streets.
Agradecido con el profe.
Grateful to my teacher for teaching me how to play soccer and for taking me away from being on the streets.
En esta ocasión le queremos darle gracias.
We want to thank the teachers for the great teachings they have given us, especially to all of them in the Department of San Andres.
Thanks from parents and children are not enough for these coaches who fight tirelessly to form children to follow the right path, as Freeman Flores said. De la mano de Stewart James, el equipo Caribbean Storm de baloncesto comenzó su preparación física. Beginning to prepare themselves with a view to represent the island in upcoming professional basketball tournaments, the Caribbean Storm team began their physical training and physical conditioning. Under the guidance of Prof. Stewart James, the Caribbean Storm basketball team aims to arrive in optimal condition to be able to represent the island department in upcoming tournaments. This is how Professor James told us.
You have some professional, some of them keep on move, keep active, so they not got much to do. But in the group, in all the group, like team, well, we got a lot of work to do. We make some tests to see how we find the players. Them we're working morning and evening. We're morning in the gym, and in the evening we're up on the field. So we then make a very strict program, physical program to make the team go with better condition. Definitely, yes, the coach have a lot of experience. He is the assistant coach from the selection from Argentina and got too much experience, and he's a man that know to transmit what he know. You know, not everybody know if he transmit what they know. So, and he have patience to work with them. So we're doing a good job with the coach. I believe this year things will be different on this burbuja.
It is good to see our island basketball team prepare themselves to represent the island with good talent.